Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome to part 9 of our Neil Robertson pro career on Snooker 19. Today we enter a new tournament, the Shanghai Masters, and play against the 11th ranked Shaun Murphy, a very solid player and definitely one of the hardest games I've had to play in this career mode so far. In the second round of the invitational event, the Shanghai Masters. Now, I was a little bit confused about the format of the Shanghai Masters, why we were automatically entered into the second round. So I had a little bit of a look between episodes at the Shanghai Masters. Basically what happens is ranks 9 to 16 compete in round 1 with what I presume and what I looked at with the 2018 to 19 Masters is 8 Chinese wildcards. Whoever gets through those matches therefore play a top 8 player. So it's Shaun Murphy who's got through that match into the second round, and of course if we win this one we'll go into the quarter-final and then the semi-final. But last time out we did actually lose to Kyron Wilson in the 4th round, or the round of 16, of the Ball Hunter Classic by 3 frames to 0. So really this match against Shaun Murphy serves as one that we want a little bit of revenge. We don't want to go into a run where we lose matches. We're in a solid run of winning 6 out of 6 matches, or 6 out of 8 if you want to just technically call it that, or even 6 out of 9 now, putting that Kyron Wilson match in there. So if we did lose today's match, it wouldn't really set a good precedent against the top players, and even though this event is not a ranking event, we don't get any ranking points from it, it still does potentially lead to some more prize money. But as you can see, Ronnie O'Sullivan still second in the rankings to Mark Selby, who did win the Ball Hunter Classic in the end. John Higgins winning the 6 Red World Championship. We didn't actually take part in that, even though we were invited. Again, just didn't really fancy playing in that championship, so we skipped straight forward to the Shanghai Masters. If we go out today, we'll definitely play in the Indian Open and China Championship. At the end of the day, we've qualified for them. It doesn't really matter too much, and they are ranking events, and I think we do probably need to play well in a few ranking events to avoid dropping down a little bit in the rankings. But Kyron Wilson is 8th in the rankings, as you can see. Shaun Murphy in 11th, and Lazowski and David Gilbert just cutting that top 16. So without any further ado, let's get on to this match against Shaun Murphy. Our first foray into China in terms of a proper sort of event that we've played in a proper round of. Again, not the first ranking event, because of course this isn't a ranking event. It's just an invitational event, but it's a really exciting event, and one that we've been invited to as one of the top 16 players on the circuit. So we're going to relish that opportunity and just take the experience, really, to potentially get some prize money again. I think it's £30,000 for winning this match. That would be very cushy. And as well as that, get a bit of experience against the top players, which is something we're going to need for later tournaments. You know, the World Championship later on in the year, of course, but the Masters, and, you know, closer to this, the English Open, for example, and some of the bigger tournaments. But in the first frame, it is ourselves, Neil Robertson, to break. We've played at the tables in the Ball Hunter Classic for quite a while now. It's going to take a little bit of adjusting to get used to a different table, but that's no problem for me. Again, a bit of a change, just cracking how many venues are in this game. I think that's absolutely fantastic. But a decent break-off and doesn't leave Shaun Murphy with anything, really. Now, some interesting trivia. Shaun Murphy actually did withdraw from the 2018 Masters. Well, technically it was the 2018 Masters, but the 2018 Shanghai Masters, as his young daughter was ill in hospital, so that's a little bit of an interesting fact for you. But he's missed that long red. He went for the long red and missed it. Let's just hope that we can hit that well and get it in. Now, we want to play for a little bit of top, because I'm not particularly confident of being on the black. But that's in, that's good, and that's just gone way too far up the table. Certainly for our liking, but it's not too bad, really. The blue could be an opportunity here to make over the reds, potentially. Let's have a look. No, it's not really, is it? So we might as well just play the yellow. I'll say this in pretty much every episode, but we might as well keep saying it. I mean, just look at that chair. Not really comfortable, almost like a deck chair. But again, the yellows are better than a smack in the face, and it just keeps you on the table. Now, if this rolls off the cushion, it's not going to be in the best position at all, is it? No, we could have been on this red into the corner pocket, but we're not, so that's a little bit disappointing. So we're just going to play a safety, just pushing it up to the red.
You'll be conscious of not overhitting this.
You absolutely don't want to overhit it. I agree with the commentators there. And that is a pretty good safety shot. There's nothing you can get from that whatsoever. And of course, we've took the first points of the frame now. I'd love to win this frame just to get off to a winning start. Again, gives us a little bit more confidence. But that's a good safety again. Again, this red might go, actually. So we're going to play this a bit of a shot to nothing.
This safety would be a test of his skills.
No, it's not there. But again, provides safety. The ball's pretty much at the bottom, top of the table, so we've done well there. It didn't quite go, but we provided safety all the same. But if we had got the pot, you know, there would maybe have been a position on a colour, so not too much in the way of problem. But no pot yet for Sean Murphy. These reds getting quite spaced out now. And in light of that, we're going to go for a pot. Or are we? Maybe this one? No, I fancy the one that's on the current cushion, so... Well, we could just go for this one, couldn't we? Duh. Yeah, let's go for this one. Again, if you don't need to play with pace, don't bother. This is a nasty shot, though. I don't like these, but it's there. Off the cushion. Probably a little bit too much, but the black's still an option here. Let's have a look at all the other balls now. Preferably, I'll just play the blue here, to be honest. This would be a risk if it didn't go in, because it would potentially let Sean in a little bit.
And he's taking this on.
Just a little bit less power, just to give the ball every single chance.
That's
Good
one of
pot.
his trademark long pots. Brilliant.
6.
Now just to try and hit this one soft and potentially onto the black. And it's there. Will we be on the black? It's the only ball we really will be on, to be honest.
7.
Although the blue might be on here, but no, I was just checking that. It's got to really be the black we play here. I don't like these, though, admittedly. But it's there. Got away with that a little bit, but we're on a red here, and we've started well.
14.
Yeah, we're on this red. But we're going to have to get away, I would say, from this area a little bit with this shot, because the black is not really in play too much now. So, off to a good start here. Nice to see we've moved the black. But in doing that, you know, it would have been brilliant if that was the intended shot. It wasn't. And actually, I think we've snookered ourselves. So, that's not the best way to start. Now, there might be a way through to the green. I just don't know. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Green. I've done it. I've gone mad. Now, there isn't a way through to the green. And now, unfortunately, we have no way to the green. Again, there's no way to kind of... almost. But we've hit the green. And that safety's not all too bad. Again, we dealt with it there somewhat. Again, it was a bit of a poor shot on from the outset, you know, hitting that black and the way it went. But you could argue it was more unfortunate than anything. But not a bad start to this frame whatsoever. Bit of an interesting shot here from Sean Murphy. It's a tight pot, this is, but I fancy it. Well, it's not gone. It's our first mistake of the frame and of the match. But it actually hasn't had too many bad consequences, so not too bad. Unless he plays a double. Well, what on earth has he played there? Obviously didn't acknowledge the yellow was there. And he's not got away with it this time, has he? Well, it's got to be put down as a disappointing shot for Sean.
He's going for it.
And this lets us in, really does for this first frame. And luckily the balls have gone right this time.
1.
Now, is the black on here? It certainly is into the middle pocket. Cracking.
Pace is key.
Pace is key. We don't want to whack it. Christ.
8.
We're not a whack kind of player. Right, let's have a look what's on the table. There's that red. Well, there's arguably a lot of reds available here. Just a case of picking the right one. No, I think this red looks a good one. Even though we did miss a red into the middle before, I'm quite confident that I want to avenge that now.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
Well, I mean, we don't know if that's gone in, because for some reason, well, it just went black there, that screen did.
Just look at that for a position.
And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go for the green here. Again, yellow would not be a bad shot, but really want to get a few points on the table. So in light of that, we'll go for the green. It's there. And where's the cue ball? Where's the cue ball? Where's the cue ball? We're okay. Whew. Not really the best positional shot, unless there's something that magically appears. I don't think there is. Because that red won't get to the middle pocket. No.
He fancies this red.
Hang on, though. We've found a gem there. That will go, certainly. And it has. Good pot.
He couldn't have played that any better.
It isn't going too badly at all at the moment. Sean Murphy not potted a ball yet. That's got to be giving him a little bit unease. I think that's fair to say.
Well, he's looking at potting this into
Green
the
once again. Again, it's just a safe one. And this won't look too bad if it pulls up in the right position, but it's not really, to be honest, has it? No.
16.
There's definite pots on, but they're all a bit tricky. Worried about that cue ball. More focused on where that's going to go, admittedly,
The
here.
fact that he's forced to use the rest makes it a little trickier.
Don't think this will go, but you never know. No, it hasn't, and that's a little bit unfortunate. But, whoa, we might well have fluked one. Well,
17.
just your luck sometimes, and we did fluke one there. Unbelievable. Can't believe we're still at the table. We did fluke a red, and now we're on the yellow.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
And Sean Murphy's had to sit down a lot during this frame. He won't like that, really won't
Very
like that.
happy with the position here.
Now it's going to be tricky to queue off here, isn't it? What do we fancy then? I think this red's probably the best. Again, it will go through, won't it? Yeah.
He's aiming to
Got to make sure it's to the right angle of the pocket. Again, really not the easiest shot to play. Give it every chance to go in, but we've played that pretty well. I think we've got to be pleased with that now. It's either pink or black.
20.
It's got to be the black, hasn't it, in this circumstance? Is it actually? No, I think I'd rather go for the pink.
He's looking at the pot into the left middle.
And there we go, position as proved.
What a top shot that is.
What a wonderful
And we're off,
pot.
well, to a good start.
26.
Well, oh, you know what? Honestly, I forgot about the pink. Completely forgot about the pink. And yes, black would have been the best there. What a dummy. I honestly, I don't know what came upon me there. I just completely forgot about the pink. But we can provide some solace here by potting this red. It's a tricky one. But it's there. Now,
27.
pink into middle. Certainly goes.
Half a chance here.
Don't know why it's necessarily looking at that angle on the camera. But we still won't know if the pink's gone. Yep, it has. Bit peculiar. I don't know why it's looked at that angle on the camera. Once again, the pink very nearly tripping us up there. But we're off to a very good start. And I need a few more balls to secure the frame. Probably a little bit hard on that, just to make sure it goes in the pocket. It's there. The black will definitely go this time.
34.
Make sure it does. Nothing wrong with taking a bit of time over a shot. Possibly a little bit hard here. But we'll see what we're like on position. No, that red won't quite get to the middle. This one might, but it's a tricky one. And this one's an equally tricky shot into the bottom. So, honestly, the one I feel more confident in is playing this one to the middle. You might say it's a bit of a silly shot, but if it goes well, we'll be happy.
The success of this shot is reliant on perfect pace.
Ooh. Unfortunate. I mean, look at that. 59 behind, 59 remaining. If he takes all reds and blacks, he can tie. But he's got to take all reds and blacks. And we're definitely in the driving seat now for this frame.
Tremendous shot.
1.
That's his first red and blacks he's took. Just needs to take another 3 reds, 3 blacks and clear up the table. And that will mean he'll draw the frame. But of course he's going for safety. He's trying to snooker us, isn't he? Which he has done. I think. I'm just going to check all angles here. Would hate to be wrong.
He'll be aware of the risks associated with playing this with too much pace.
No. I have an idea if it comes off here we'll hit the red. Might be completely wrong. No, it's just missed. A little bit off there. And that will award Sean Murphy some points. Admittedly, this kind of play, I mean, pots are fine. You know, that's probably our strongest point. But safety play and these sort of shots are not the best. He'll make us retake. Oh no, he's going to take the pot on. And that could be seen as a mistake because he's missed it. Well, port certainly was from Sean. He won't like that.
Required.
What's the position like though?
1.
Not great. Really not great. 2 reds left on the table. So how many is that? 8, 20, 16, 27. So there's 43 left on the table, I believe. So the frame's still in our court very much.
Brilliant.
And it's there.
Simply brilliant.
And I think the frame's definitely ours now with 2 reds left. But we might as well just confirm that, and well, again, the pink being the real trouble ball of this frame, it seems. But we will play out, get a bit of experience and get the frame on the board most importantly.
8.
But a good first frame for us here, and we've beaten Short Murphy quite easily in this one, to be honest. We can be proud of ourselves in this frame.
15.
Certainly started well.
This is being played.
And there's no doubt the frame is over now. That last red, we're what, 63 ahead? No, there's 34 to play for. We are most certainly the winner of this first frame. So if they go for the long blue, it will go.
And he's going for it.
But we won't get it unless we get the double. No, we haven't. I won't say intendedly missed that then, but I wasn't bothered. And Sean Murphy will concede now. I mean, I don't quite know why they get the numbers from on the remainings. It's a bit peculiar. There's a few times that's happened so far in this career mode, but it's Sean Murphy to break, and we've got the frame advantage in this first frame. On to the second one, and Sean Murphy is to break, as I said earlier.
I think you'll be looking to push on here.
Thank you.
He needs to pull it back. I'd take great satisfaction out of making this 2-0. Would certainly go a long way further towards the quarterfinals. Depends where this lands. But there's a pot on here. Seems the AI do tend to leave this pot on quite a bit. I don't know if that's just because I'm, you know, playing breaks that are a little bit wrong, potentially, but they always seem to leave this pot on. Problem is, though, when you whack it, it's a little bit tricky to actually get the ball back for some reason. I don't know if it's a glitch or something, because every other shot seems to be fine. But it's there. And, oh, that shot can always go so wrong. And on that occasion, it really has. Well. Certainly no pot on.
Careful with the pace here.
Way too hard. Way too hard. Although we might get some solace here. Yeah, it was just way too hard, wasn't it, that safety? I mean, we were perhaps sucked into that trap of getting that first pot. Possibly. But it's Sean Murphy who's on the tab. You could argue that shot just was a little bit unlucky in where it placed. You know, maybe we should not have just played it top. Just should have focused on getting it safe. And it certainly was safe. There's no question about that if we'd have missed it. But ultimately, it defeated the object because it didn't allow us to build up a break. And Sean Murphy's no mug. He'll probably take that opportunity and go and win the frame now.
22.
Which is a real killer.
Pace is absolutely critical here.
But he's took the safety there. That doesn't necessarily mean he was begrudging the fact that he fancied this frame. Pardon me once again. But, this one doesn't look too bad, does it? I mean, it does open up the reds. But you know what? I'm in a bit of an aggressive mood. Not naturally aggressive, but in terms of my snooker, I'm feeling a bit of an aggressive mood. And it's pulled up trumps there. Could have been an absolute disaster, but it wasn't on that occasion.
1.
No, I don't like the look of the black, to be honest. It's the blue one. Yeah, most certainly is.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on.
Blue's there. Cue ball hitting the yellow didn't help things there, but actually I can see a long pot, which is nice.
6.
And that's this one.
Well,
Need to hit this quite hard. Of course, Sean Murphy being one of the players who came in to test this game. As well as Kyron Wilson. Would hate to think that the developers have made him better on the game because of that. I very much doubt that. But the Blues is a good shot here. Lucky that we've made provisions to get to it. It's there.
Excellent pot.
12.
Now the blue back on that spot again. Because the red is on a blue spot. So that's why that's there. But 3 reds, 2 blues. Might make it 3 reds, 3 blues here. But might go for a lower colour just to minimise the risk. Unless this... no, that pocket's actually blocked off. So that's a bit of a problem.
He's playing for the right corner here.
That's a green.
Great shot.
Every ball counts, of course. Now I think it might be the red into the middle. It's our best shot, to be honest. It's not the one I was intending. But it might well be the red into the middle. Then we play here. Not the easiest shot, but it's there. Now, depends on where this lands. We will still be on one of the lower colours, so we should still be fine. Yeah, we are on the green. But there's no guarantee this will go. But it does. Good pot.
Not the best
Now, pull up,
positioning
pull up,
shot.
pull up, pull up ideally. Pull up. Not the worst. Certainly in position.
20.
Now, this red's deceiving, honestly. I don't think it... Surely that red's available, then. I was wondering, you know, if it covered the pocket, surely it was available. And it is, but we need to make sure we get enough screw back on this so that it doesn't go flying into the pocket following the red. But that puts us level pegging. Thought we'd get a lot more screw back than that, but funnily enough, we're perfectly on the black because of that. So, some things do happen for a reason. We're level pegging and now we're ahead of Sean Murphy in this frame. A missed opportunity at one point. Can't remember what he missed. Dear me, that's good of me. Can't remember how he missed and how we got into this predicament, but... Of course, we don't need to pot so many balls to win this from because of the break that Sean had. But a very good, positive start, I'd say, so far.
29.
But this frame by no means over. Gonna consult the green again.
So
I don't think there's any harm in that.
Right corner.
Now, there's more chance of that going than the others, so there's certainly no harm in that. And back down the table in much better position than we would have been for the colour for the red. These colours not in ideal position. Really, we could do with getting the blue potted and him back on it to his spot at some point. But we'll take the reds as they come. That's a good pot. But again, not brilliantly on one of these colours. We might actually take the chance and go for the black here. Soft is the way to go, I think, with these shots. But the black's there. That's a good pot. But what's on now? Because we didn't really focus on screw or anything, we have the effectiveness that this shot has. But let's try and move the blue. The pot should be fine. Yeah, pot's there. We've just tapped the blue. Unfortunately, don't really leave anything on with that. That was a little bit silly of me, wasn't it? Yeah, probably was. In hindsight. And we can see Sean there. Hello. But he's loving this. We've really mucked that up. Goodness knows what I was playing there.
Pace will be very important with this shot.
Oh no. We're just going to take a chance and the blue into the middle. I mean, it's not far off. It hasn't potted. I mean, that was not far off at all. But it does give him a potting opportunity. I mean, he's 20 behind. There's 50 on remaining. Plenty to remain.
Neil Robertson.
So he has got to make a mistake, and he has already. It didn't take him long. So it's us back at the table. I think this red into the top's probably the best shot we can play here. Certainly don't want to hit that blue. That would be a mistake, wouldn't it?
Pot here.
The pot's there. That's good.
Brilliant.
Whew, thank God for that. Now the pink.
Inch perfect.
Not the black, the pink.
1.
Play a little bit of left-hand side. Just to end up behind one of these reds.
To the right corner.
And the green's there.
What a top shot that
I even hit one of those reds. And that's worked out perfectly.
7.
You know, whisper it quietly, but that's not really what I intended, but we'll take it all the same. Oh, well, we can't see anything here. That was good, wasn't it? Blimey. But we got the pot anyway. Now, there's a way through to that blue. That's all good. We do sacrifice position with this shot, unfortunately. But we could make a long pot, I suppose, if we were up the top cushion.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket.
There we go, that's gone. As I said, there's a potential long pot on with this red. There's 35 points remaining. And we're 33 ahead. So this red would pretty well secure the frame. I think he could draw it because there'd be 30... no, there'd only be 27 remaining. So we've pretty much won the frame. I mean, that was a poor shot. But actually, we've done well there because we've avoided any opportunity of him potting that.
Neil Robertson, 13.
So he's 33 behind, of course 35 remaining because we haven't potted the red, but in fact we snookered him there. And he hasn't hit the red. So, just to humour ourselves, we might as well force him to
Cost him.
Foul and a miss. Neil
retake.
Robertson, 4.
Just checking he could retake. I didn't want to sound like an idiot and go forced to retake and then, oh, he can't
Control the
retake.
place of the white with this shot.
Now he's missed it again. Well, I don't mind this. I think he can take this once more.
Foul, and this could really cost him.
But we might as well take the points as we get them. It's a tricky one to get to be quite honest.
Here, and he's put his opponent in again.
Certainly no opportunity to play on the top cushion, but he's missed it again. And that is 12 glorious points for us, and that will really annoy Shaun Murphy, really get him irked up.
That's an error, and it could be very costly.
But I think from here,
Neil
we
Robertson,
can force him to retake
Well,
again.
the ball's in his court, so to speak. Let's see
But
what
I
he
think for
decides
for the
do here.
fairness of the game, for the good of the game, to be fair, we're going to force him to just continue, and he concedes anyway. It'd be harsh to just keep him playing that shot. Thought it was only 3 times, to be fair, you could do that, but I might be wrong. Let me know down in the comments if my facts are wrong as usual. But that frame has put us 2 up, and I am absolutely chuffed. Just need the one more to win this, but we've been in this position before. I know what it's all about. We're 2-0 up, and we've lost 3-2. I think that was in our second game against Rory McLeod. So I know I've been here before, but to beat Shaun Murphy in 3 consecutive frames would be no other than fantastic, to be quite honest. But I'm not going to be complacent. Every frame, you know, comes with a different challenge. And that's the phone. Right, we're back. And that's not a bad safety. Does open up a few of the reds, but what can he do unless this cue ball goes in? And it has, well. Ouch. Poor Shaun Murphy. Another foul to add on to his 3 before. We're going to force him to continue. There's no way through to that red that's away from the... Oh, well, there is. I was wrong there, blimey. And he's potted it. That makes me feel sick. Oh, dear. I should have really looked at that. Didn't enough, and I thought, no, there's no way through.
He's critical here.
And this could be costly, because he's just potted the pink. I have to say, he's not got any more positions, so his luck might have just run out. And as you can see, well, he's played a good safety there, actually, to be fair to him. We're just going to hit this red and get it back up the bulk.
With the pace of this shot.
Ooh, where's the red going to go? Ideally right wrapped on the cushion because it makes it a harder pot, but there's definitely a pot available for him here. That is the red that we did move, so if he pots this, fair play to him. And it's there. Well, Shaun Murphy come out the blocks a lot better this frame. But it's still a long frame and he's missed that. I can always feel when an AI is going to miss a shot. Don't know what, and I can't explain why. But sometimes you can just feel when they're going to miss. I mean, that's screwed back way too much there.
Nicely onto the colour.
Should be okay, though, if we're nicely on the brown. Or the pink. Well, the pink would be the better positional shot, wouldn't it? Certainly would. And this comes with more risk, but much better position. And it's there.
That's a really good split, and this is a real opportunity.
As I say, and I think I heard Neil Fold say there, that it's a real opportunity. Might have been wrong, it might have been Hendon. I think it was Folds. Not really listened to too much of the commentary so far, to be honest. Just been focused on the game. Which highlights the commentary's not a brilliant feature, to be quite honest. But, no, let's be fair. Now, this blue is a little bit trickier than it seems. It's there. But we're not really on anything now.
That's not ideal.
Certainly not ideal, no. But we've built a little bit of a lead over Shaun Murphy. It's certainly not a glamorous one. But just a nice soft safety. And we can get back up to bulk. Certainly not ideal, like the last shot, funnily enough. But I don't think Sean's playing in such a way that he can get, you know, big breaks. And
Well,
I don't think I haven't seen any player make a century yet in any of our games. I mean, the opportunity's open for Sean now, but based on how he's played so far, I very much doubt he's going to get that. But blue and a red. Tricky red here. But it's going right towards the pocket, and it's right middled in there. Black out of commission, but pink certainly isn't, but he's going for the blue. Second one in a row, and it's there.
12.
Well, not in the best position here, but he could pop this red. Is it going to be there? It certainly is. He's middled it.
13.
Now out of position on pink and black, so he's going for his third blue. Seems pretty confident in that sort of shot, but that's a much better positional shot than the last three. And that's there.
19.
But he has snookered himself.
He really needs to be mindful of pace
Unless he
here,
can just
because
snip
went
this
over
black,
it
he
with-
can. Oh,
Sean
that's
Murphy,
fortunate for him.
19.
Very fortunate. I mean, that's a very good safety, considering in the position he was in. And yeah, got to respect that. But that's probably a half-decent reply. There's definitely a route through to a ball. Not going to lie, we haven't squared them all off, and our safety play definitely needs to improve. And that ball's there. Now, there's a way through to the black, but he's going to go for yellow. Well, it was just a safety shot there, and what a snooker that is. That's a fantastic snooker.
That's beautifully judged.
Sean Murphy, 1.
He could leave his
Obviously, I'm going to have to
opponent
come
on
off a
if he
cushion.
doesn't control the cue ball.
No, nowhere near. And this could be the pitfall in our frame. You know, we're not very good at getting out of these, I'll happily admit that.
He'll be disappointed.
He
with
might
that
continue
shot.
from here,
Foul and a
because
miss.
he's not in a bad position.
Sean Murphy, 4.
But now he's continued. But that's to his detriment, because he's just missed that red. But funnily enough, doesn't leave anything easy on.
He looks like he's trying to get the cue ball tight
I
on the
fancy that,
cushion here.
actually. Like, it's nowhere near. Just belt the yellow out of the way. But that's not a bad shot. Right at the top of the
I'm
cushion.
not sure what happened there, but
Funnily
it's
enough, in the end, it
forward.
wasn't a bad shot at all.
Well, he's
But
looking
the
potting
red
this
is
into the
pottable.
right corner
And he
pocket.
has potted. That's a fair play.
One.
Again, you know, the top players can find ways to pot
Left corner
balls
pocket.
when it just doesn't seem possible.
5.
Not an easy one, but a half chance.
But I do feel Sean Murphy's not going to let this go without a fight.
That's an absolutely outstanding pot.
Not the highest scoring frame, but there's only 4 reds left, so if he does clean up here, he'll do well. And of course, he will win the frame. Just the yellow there, but again, better than the smack in the face, I keep saying, but he's gone for a safety there. Well, it's not really worked out, has it? Because he's just hit the yellow on the way through. Now we have to take advantage. Might as well hit it with some top. We've done a lot of sitting down so far this frame. Not really something we want to do too much. But we're nicely on the pink. Bit of screw back, we can get the red next to that. Oh, can we actually? I'm not really... Unless we play with side, of course. But I'm not really too confident with playing with side too much, I must
He's playing
confess.
the right corner here. That's a top
But that
shot.
position, if it keeps rolling a little bit, it's not too bad. Well, actually, it's not fantastic. But it could have been worse at the end of the day. We take a chance here.
That should have
Just
gone
missed.
down.
And it's going to roll really annoyingly just into the path of the middle.
Neil Robertson, 7.
But it was worth having a go at, wasn't it?
No doubt.
We tried, and he's got the red there. Fair play. Those ones on the cushions I'm not so brilliant at yet, but oh my goodness. Well, I'm really annoyed that we skipped that. Didn't think he'd get anything out of it, but he just missed the top pocket and it flew back into the middle. Not quite as fast as I seem to make it out like, but because we fast forwarded it, but blimey, that was a cracker. Certainly lucky. Now, he can get this red, but the one on the cushion becomes a real problem. Ooh, a little bit lucky to get there, to be honest. Now, what does he go for? Pink he goes for. It's a narrow shot. But he's made it.
14.
But he's got no position on the red. I have a feeling he's going to try and put us in danger here. He hasn't, though, has he? Or has he? No, he hasn't. Well, That's a
Great
big
shot.
mistake and he'll
That's
be
a
gutted with
really
that.
good safety.
Really good safety? Really?
He's playing the safety and aiming to get the cue ball tight against the cushion.
Oh! Well, that was always going to happen. We got too cocky there. Why didn't... Oh, that's annoying. If we'd have potted the red, we'd have had good position on the pink. We would have had to clear up, of course, but...
So, just the red required
That's
here.
frustrating. He just needs the colour,
1.
and that's the frame.
Excellent shot.
7.
And Sean Murphy makes it 2-1. And my fear is now, and I don't like saying this,
Nicely done.
I really don't want him to come back on a run now. If he wins the next frame, that mistake we made on that red could be massive.
He's finished a little bit awkward here, but it doesn't really matter.
But he's missed the brown. We're going to call it a day
Sean Murphy, 12.
and get on with the next. So it's not going to be a complete whitewash of Sean Murphy here, like he performed. And I think was it Longtow at the? I think it was Longtow in the Snooker Championship this week. But we're not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. But we've got a good record fundamentally. One Sean Murphy's broke before. Now, we tried this in the second frame. And did it work? No. So, let's think of a way to... yeah, possibly play with some top and not play it so hard. Let's find out.
Impressive opening red.
Yeah, that works out a little bit better. Whether we were just a bit lucky there because we were brilliant on the pink.
1.
Let's try and clear the table. Not putting any, not putting any pressure on us or anything. That prink will definitely go. The
Now,
prink?
can he
What's the
drop
prink?
this into the right corner?
Now, we don't need to hit this too hard because we've got a nice position on this red actually that's guarding that pocket. Oh, it's not be good, but it's there. Phew.
Really impressive cueing.
Thank you very much. I think that was folds. Nil folds. 9. No, and it's nice and hard. Get it off the cushion and hopefully onto the black. Way too hard there. But there's always a colour somewhere which is in need. But the blue starts to get into any of them.
8.
Not on the yellow, but it does on the green. But again, what's the... No, it doesn't actually. You can't get to the yellow. That's a disappointment. So it's going to be a tight blue here. Into the corner pocket.
He'll have to use the rest here, which will make it a little more awkward.
This isn't too bad. And it's there. Surely we haven't snookered ourselves. No, we're just about fine.
With the rest.
13.
The break will come to an end, but ooh, well. We haven't necessarily snookered ourselves, but we can't really play too much of an effective safety. We're just going to have to roll this up to the ball and hope for the best. A little bit harder than we wanted. Just hope this runs well for us. Which, to be fair, has it not? We'll soon find out.
Not a straightforward safety shot here.
Well, it's not a bad safety at all, is it, from Sean Murphy?
Great shot.
I'm inclined to try and play the pot here. But let's not, because that can only end badly for us, can't it? So we have broken up the reds a little bit, but at least we've got back up to bulk. And if it nestles up behind that yellow, there's no problem with that.
Very well judged shot there. He'll want fine control over
No, we've got the snooker. Very good. And we've got good position as a result of that snooker. Of course, he can't continue anyway because he got out of it, but nonetheless, we'll certainly take this position.
This looks pretty simple.
Not the... Oh, no. That was not what we wanted.
1.
Is there a way through for the blue? There's not. Ah. Not even on the yellow. Can't even nick the blue, can we? No. Well, we can slightly hit the yellow, I suppose. But it's a safety we need, so don't want it too hard. Want to give it a chance of getting to the pocket. I mean, it was nowhere near, so a little bit of a waste of time trying to play that a little bit harder. But it's not in the worst position ever.
1.
Sean Murphy's still yet to pot a ball in this frame. That could change if this is on target, but it's not. Well. Bit of a tricky pot, not going to lie. But it's there. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. Oh.
1.
That we've quite snookered ourselves. Look, oh, hang on. As Virgo would say, hang on. That blooming yellow. Why we ever played that, goodness knows. We can get the cue ball safe, though. That's the most important thing, of course, in this circumstance.
This shot depends on perfect pace. He'll be
I mean, the
conscious
green's
of
not going to go, is it?
hitting the cue ball here.
It might do. No, it's not. Provides a bit of a blockade for later on, but doesn't really help our classic green and yellow are better than a smack in the face tactic, and that's finally a pot for Sean this time round. But blimey, how far do you want to be up the table? He might shift one of these, but he's gone for the brown, makes sense. His prerogative is not to shift the yellow and the green, it's to shift one colour and the reds.
This needs to be
And now with Sean Murphy at the table, he's got the upper hand.
6.
He's going for
Can he
the
bring
right
it from
centre
2-0
pocket
to 2-2?
12.
Think it all relies on this break, really. Which is still going.
13.
He's looking to pop this into
You could
the
probably
right
say I
corner.
get too excited over small breaks. Possibly. But in close matches like these, staying at the table for even a few balls is so important. I mean, that's a fantastic pot there. Really good vision.
Really open the table up here.
And that's just cleaned up the table. But that wasn't such a clean pot. And you'll be really disappointed with that. But we'll take advantage. Take this this red. Where's the cue ball? Should just be fine.
1.
Now we can either play the tricky pink or the blue, and we'll play the blue. Nice and soft. Make sure we get the pot. And now we're back ahead of the frame.
6.
Now this will go. Is it worth going for? I reckon it is.
Yes, he's taking the pot on.
Ooh. Well, those shots just sometimes miss, and it's so agonising then. But we'll want ahead.
To get back into the match.
Not for any longer. And he will get the black here, that's fairly obvious. Yeah, and now he's back on a red, and it's Sean Murphy in the upper hand of this frame. And I can't believe we've done what we've done so many times. We've led 2-0, and this will more than likely now go to a decider. He's not left anything, well, there he has, he's left one of those two in the middle. Oh, my emotions right now, I'm so frustrated, angered. Because we've just done it again. I mean, how's he potted that black? That's fantastic. We've done it so many times. I've talked about trying to avoid it.
Nicely positioned for the black.
Winning two, getting 2-0 up. Oh, thank God for that. He's missed that black. But getting 2-0 up, avoiding any hint of a decider, winning 1 out of the 2 to win. But we've got to take this opportunity now. He's missed that. He's made a mistake.
1.
Now let's take the opportunity. I'm not going to take the black. Because the black might be a tricky
really
shot. But
doesn't
to be
want to
honest,
underhit this shot.
everything's a tricky shot here. There's no easy ones. Right. Hit this blue as soft as possible. Give it every chance.
Long pot, right up his street.
That's going to middle the pocket if it makes it. Yeah, there we go.
No problems with the rest there.
And nicely on the red.
Well played.
6.
Again, we've still got to pot it.
Well, he's taking it on to the left corner.
That screw back just stops the cue ball in its tracks.
7.
But honestly, I don't really get what the point of us doing that was. Now, can we get to the green? I think we can.
Just wants to get the cue ball safe here.
Oh, you tool. You absolute... Well, I can't swear on this channel, but if I could... I mean,
Not
what was
really the
that?
result
What
he
was
was
that,
after.
honestly?
Neil
What a
Robertson,
stupid
12.
shot. Because it just opens up the yellow, in which wouldn't have been open before. You plank. Oh, my God.
5.
Pot's the brown, it's back to 2 each. And it
Great
is...
shot.
You
And
tool.
that
You
shoots the
absolute
ball
tool,
onto opponent
Toby.
in this frame.
9. 14.
He's pulled it from 2-0 Fair play to Sean Murphy. But he's took it from 2-0
And the
to
frame,
us,
Sean Murphy.
in which we just needed 1 out of 3 frames to now requiring the last frame. We really don't want this pressure. Neil Robertson is not the player in form here. It's Sean Murphy who's got the momentum.
Thank you, the 5th frame. Neil Robertson.
But really, we need to get all this negative energy out. We can't go into this frame frustrated, angered. We just need to make sure that we wrap things up and play like we did in the first 2 frames and win the match. Be interested to know down in the comments who you think deserves it, guys. Do we deserve it for our first 2 frames, or does Sean Murphy deserve it for coming back? But there's all sorts of nooks and crannies with this game.
Nicely played. He'll be aware of the risks
And
associated
I bet there's still a
with
story
playing
to
this
play
with
out.
too much pace.
It's not just as simple as a break. And this could be the start of the story. Where's the cue ball? Well, we got away with it. Is that bit of luck hinting that it's going to be our frame? Or does that luck hint that that's going to be the last of our luck? Going to be a safety battle, I would say, for a little bit here. So we just need to hang tight. Well, it was going to be until, unfortunately, the cue ball just went off that middle pocket.
He went for the snooker.
Now, will this be the first ball
He's looking
to
put
guide
this
towards
into
a
the
winning
left corner
frame?
pocket.
It's there.
That's an excellent opening red.
Wants to make sure we hit it quite hard. Would have hated not to get it in. But of course that does sacrifice position a bit there. Possibly on this this green, this brown even. No, we're not. But it's pretty safe. If it keeps rolling, that is.
Neil Robertson, 1.
Not great.
He's tempted.
What
by
did I
this red.
say? You know, we need to stay in this fight, and now we can build up a bit of a strong break. But luckily, he hasn't potted that ball. And you might question, why on earth are you not going for that pot? Well, I would rather go for this one. It's a safer pot in my book.
Decent position on the pink here.
And that's when once we do pot the pink, we can go for that ball. It's a guaranteed point. I think that logic's pretty good. Pink's there. And because there weren't any other reds on, that would have been end of break otherwise. Well, there are reds on, definitely, that's, you know, fair enough, but, right, where's the screw back for this? Can't see any screw back. I can't see where the cue ball's going to go at all, so I'm just going to be trusting that this cue ball won't follow the red into the pocket. Certainly doesn't. Blimey, we've got a bit of screw back there, and I think, to be honest, if we hadn't have just tipped that yellow, blimey, I'm all out of place. If we hadn't just tipped that blue, we could have been in the corner pocket, so thank you lucky stars that we were there. This is a tricky one than it looks.
This is a half chance.
To be honest, don't need to hit this hard, do we? Just need a little bit of side just so it doesn't go into the pocket.
He's got it.
And that's the cue
What
ball,
a
of course.
boss.
We wanted the
He could
green to go, and it has.
better.
11.
And now the red's available. Not hitting any great breaks so far. Would be nice to make one in this last frame. Would be nice to win it any way possible. You know, I don't mind if it's scrappy.
Issues there.
He's right on top
I think the
of
blue
his
might
game
be an
at the moment.
opportunity here.
12.
Get it back, move back to its spot. Nothing too hard. Probably play with top, yeah.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
And it's there. Don't snooker yourself. Ooh, just about okay. Are we? Are we just about okay? We're not, are we? Flipping hell. That is lucky. Look at how close that ball ran. That is incredibly lucky. Because I've been an idiot, I've left a red on now.
He's failed to
But
get the
that,
snooker here.
just getting out of that snooker was incredibly lucky. But I'm a tool because I've just left that red on. But he's missed it. Is that a sign that maybe the pressure's getting to Sean Murphy? And is it a sign that it's got to be our day?
Perfect pace required for this shot.
50 odd more points and it's our match.
1.
But let's take this pot by pot. Let's get the black first off. The black's there. Okay. Not best positioned. Really not best positioned. But let's see what we can do.
He'll be playing safe here.
That's a cracker. Stop, 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 stop. Could be on the black. I thought we might just be lucky to be on the brown. And again, get that ball moved. Ideally, want to play with some side here. We don't want the cue ball to follow the object ball in. Blimey, that's very hard. We don't quite need it that hard. Unfortunately, with side, though, it changes the path of the ball with how hard you hit it. Hopefully, this is on target, which it is. And ideally, it's just straight down the cushion for this pot.
13.
Tricky pot along the cushion here.
Now, because we played some screw back, hopefully the cue ball doesn't follow the red into the pocket. That's if the red does go, and it has.
Very well with the rest.
Now onto the black.
14.
There's no real way of getting position here, to be honest.
I can't see any problems here.
Unless we've just made something. That black was good, by the way. I didn't really comment too much on that black.
21.
We might have made one. Well, does this red go? It blooming doesn't. Does anything go here? No. If we'd have been a bit... well, it wouldn't have made a difference, I suppose, would it? No.
He needs to be wary of underhitting this.
No, he's not... Well, we're not... It doesn't go, does it, to be honest? It looks impressive, but it doesn't go. Now, what do we do? One bad shot and Sean Murphy's back in this. I want to play with... just play it straight. We don't need anything too stupid. Just hit the colour towards the black.
Neil Robertson,
And that's not bad.
21.
That'll do. Good solid brass work in the frame. Still plenty available. Well, if he pots this, fair play to him. And it's there.
Well, I'm
Now
not
let's-
surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
Two fantastic long pots in a row.
Anything looks possible when he's queuing this way.
Fantastic.
He's looking.
It would be
very
gutting to lose it like this. Really would. But he's missed that. Well, he's not going to fluke the... Oh my goodness me. He's fluked the red.
7.
Oh.
Should be
Is it
straightforward.
Sean's day? We all get our bit of luck.
14.
Ability will strike through in the end. I'm not going to fast forward any of this break. It would be unjust. But I just feel it is Sean's match now.
15.
The long pot's on.
We
and
might get a
he's going
chance,
for it.
but only really one more. The accuracy of Sean Murphy is fantastic.
Well,
But
it
to lose
goes.
this again,
Half
to
a
lose
chance.
another decider, will be crippling.
What a great shot that is.
There's 4 reds out on the table. And I'm damn sight sure he's going to get them.
28.
Only a poor positional shot would let him down now,
29.
which arguably he's played there.
He's playing the pot here.
It would require a good pot. I mean, I'm sure he's going to get it. Is he? Is it going to go? It looks good, and it's
Well,
there.
that's
Fantastic.
Just outstanding. Superb pot.
Just
Well,
so
he couldn't have played that any
positional
better.
and
Superb positional
played
shot.
with just
35.
very
He'll be
well.
annoyed
Good
with that.
queuing. But that one wasn't. I said we'd get one more
Sure,
chance.
30.
Right now, Toby, breathe. 4 ahead, 51 remaining on the table. That red will definitely go. I'm not interested in maybes, probablys. I want definite pots. And that red's gone.
Great queuing.
1.
Now, unfortunately, the positional shot won't be fantastic here. I mean, it might be.
Keen to pot this brown.
Let's just check this brown does go. Yep, I'm 99% confident. And 99% confident was just about enough. It's there. Now, it's not the best positionally because he didn't want to hit it with so much power. And this is probably going to be the most pivotal shot of our life on Snooker 19 so far. And it's not there! Oh! Oh, we've not potted it.
Neil
Oh
Robertson,
my goodness
5.
me. And the jammy git's going to snooker us now. I can just see it.
That's an excellent shot and a challenging snooker.
Oh, challenging snooker. There you go. Well, I've said before I am rubbish at getting out of these. That might get us out.
He'll be looking at the easy.
Not sure. Just hit the pink, haven't we? So that's a foul and a miss. And he'll play on from there. Yeah, I'm very close to swearing here. Oh,
Not the best
what's
shot,
happened here?
although it was a very testing.
Oh, my TV's just gone on.
Miss. Sean Murphy.
What do they call it? Not standby, but just kind of like on. It's just flickered off because of how long it's been on standby for. But he's potted that red. He continued, and he's going to win this now. Oh no! Oh no! I'm almost down on the floor. I can't watch. Let's just put this into some context. We were 2-0 ahead.
The green ball.
Hopefully you can hear me. My face is definitely much down to the microphone.
It won't matter.
We were 2-0 ahead.
9.
This is really tricky.
We lost a frame. We lost the other one. And now we might have lost a third.
Brilliant pot.
What a fantastic pot on the yellow. I didn't see any way he's not going to win this now. Oh, this is heartbreaking. He's 11 points ahead. 22 left on the table. Now 15 ahead with 18. He only needs this blue and it's a straight pot.
18.
Oh my goodness me.
Needs the blue here.
It's there.
Well, he lost control of the cue ball there. He played that poorly.
23.
That's possibly his only poor shot of the frame. But we're going to do the unjust thing. We're going to do the just thing. Concede the frame. Sean Murphy has won.
23.
I don't believe that.
Frame.
I really don't. That is heartbreaking. That is absolutely heartbreaking.
Well
We
played.
could have had a big scalp there against Sean Murphy, particularly in the way we played. You know, it would be our best, you know, our it would be our best win so far, but it wasn't. Funny game, snooker, really is. And we've just gone from 2 frames to the good. We had talk about we could do this in 3 straight frames. But we've lost. And that is just absolutely sickening. Well, Sean Murphy won it. So nice to see that he did win it. But Dingsra and Wee with the highest break award. As you can see, the champion is Sean Murphy. So the next event is the Indian Open. And our ranking still is number 9, isn't it? Yeah. But we're not really looking fantastic at the moment. As you can see, we've completed that with a second round finish. And now it's time for the Indian Open. Now we need to probably prioritise what's going to go on here. The next 3 tournaments have got the Indian Open, the China Championship and the European Masters. We qualified for all those. We've also got the International Championship qualifiers, the English Open, the International Championship, not really sure what that is. The Champion of Champions, and just let's stop there at the UK's. So, I'll play the Indian Open. Let's work it out. Let's work out what we're going to play. Definitelys are the English and the UK. They're the just definite ones we're going to play. Indian Open I fancy. I like this. I like the Indian Open. I think could be a good chance of a win. But could be a long drawn out tournament, which is a bit of a problem. I'll just have a quick look on my... I don't actually know, to be fair. I'll put a no. I don't think it will say how many's in this, so I'm just going to check how many rounds are part of the Indian Open, just to consider whether we'll play it or not. You know, if it's like the Paul Hunter Classic and there's 128 players in it, even though I don't think there is, because we have had to qualify for this event. Doesn't really seem much point playing it if we've got 128 best ofs. No, I don't want to find out the Indian Open for the golf. I'm not interested in that. Not today, anyway. Right. So, Indian Open. Choose the 2019 one. So, it's a one of last 64. Funnily enough, the guys from, I think I'm right in saying the guys from the semi-finals using that picture there, Higgins and Selt, and then Liu, no it can't be, Anthony Hamilton, no, never mind, just made a plonk on myself there, So we've got that's 64 type part, so if you like, there's, well I think we're actually down to the last 32, we've got round 2, round 3, quarterfinal, so we're actually entered at the last of 32 stage, don't know why, but we are entered at the last of 32 stage. So that would be 5 matches, wouldn't it? That would be 5 matches. Let's have just a quick look who we've got. We've got Scott Donaldson. It's a ranking event. Best of 5 frames. It'd be 5 matches max. Sod it. That's the most brutal language I'm going to use in this episode, in this series. Sod it. Let's just go for it. Let's play the Indian Open. So for episode 10 of the series, it's been a long one today. I apologise about that. Just ticked over the hour mark. For the 10th episode of the series, we're going to go to India, play the start of the Indian Open against Scott Donaldson. I hope you'll tune in for that. Absolutely gutted about losing to Shaun Murphy there. But hopefully we can potentially win the this competition or get further and make sure that our ranking stays intact as we come to some really important events, including the English and the UK Championships. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I'd recommend that you do so. But for now, I've been TIJ Gaming. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.